What if your entire life was a carefully constructed lie, and your fiercely protective father was actually a dangerous radical, hiding you from the truth of a horrific crime? In What Kind of Paradise, a sweeping, deeply immersive, and hauntingly suspenseful novel by New York Times best-selling author Janelle Brown, 17-year-old Jane knows absolutely nothing of the modern world beyond the perimeter of an isolated, off-the-grid cabin in the rugged mountains of mid-1990s Montana. Raised by her brilliant but highly elusive father on a strict diet of 19th-century philosophy, homegrown vegetables, and a deep disdain for the encroaching digital age, Jane has always believed his story, that they once lived in the San Francisco Bay Area, and that her mother's tragic death in a car accident forced him to flee society to raise her in a pure, Walden-esque utopia. But as Jane enters adolescence and begins pushing hard against the suffocating boundaries of her restricted life, the pristine illusion begins to crack, especially when her father returns from a secretive trip with an IBM computer, an hypocritical contradiction to everything he has ever preached. Sneaking onto the machine and navigating the wild west of early internet chat rooms, Jane develops a hidden digital friendship with an online tech worker named Lionel, a connection that forces her to realize just how much of reality has been stolen from her. The psychological slow boil explodes into a breakneck thriller when Jane is taken on an unannounced journey and discovers that her fierce devotion to her father has accidentally made her an unwitting accomplice to a violent cross-country domestic crime. Fleeing the wilderness in a desperate bid for survival, Jane heads to the only place that might hold the key to her identity and her mother's mysterious past, San Francisco, a city itself undergoing a seismic, chaotic transition during the height of the early .com tech boom. Brown balances a poignant, introspective coming-of-age journey with a fiercely witty social commentary and nerve-shredding suspense, exploring the blurry lines between innocence and knowledge, nature and technology, and family loyalty and moral responsibility. This deeply character-driven, addictive page-turner will keep audiobook listeners completely spellbound, white-knuckling their headphones as Jane unpeels the dark layers of her family's inheritance to find out who she truly is before her father's past catches up.